Hello, lovely viewers! Welcome back to Architectural Harvest, where we explore the most charming and timeless interior design styles. Today, we're diving into the world of sage green living rooms. If you're searching for a way to bring calm, elegance, and warmth into your home without spending a fortune, you're in exactly the right place. Sage green is having a major moment right now, and for good reason. It works with almost every style, from modern minimalist to cozy cottage. Let's explore 10 stunning sage green living rooms you absolutely need to see. Tip 1. Sage green walls with warm wood accents. Pairing sage green painted walls with natural oak or walnut furniture creates an instant sense of calm and sophistication. The secret here is in the undertones. Sage green has natural gray and brown undertones that make warm wood feel like it belongs in the room rather than being placed there. You don't need to replace all your furniture either. Even one oak side table, a wooden picture frame, or a simple driftwood lamp base is enough to create that connection between the wall color and the rest of the space. For the paint itself, look at shades like Pharaoh and Ball's Mizzle, Sage Advice, or any warm sage from your local hardware store. Most will mix it for you at a fraction of the designer price. Tip 2. Sage green velvet sofas. A sage green velvet sofa is one of the highest impact, lowest effort transformations you can make in a living room. The velvet texture catches light differently throughout the day, which means the sofa almost looks like it changes color from morning to evening. That's what makes it feel so luxurious. Pair it with cream linen cushions and a jute rug for a look that feels expensive, but absolutely isn't. The best part is you don't have to spend a fortune to get this look. Sage green velvet sofas are available on IKEA, Wayfair, and even Facebook Marketplace, where you can find secondhand pieces in excellent condition for a fraction of the retail price. A good clean and a few new cushions, and it looks brand new. Tip 3. Sage green and terracotta combinations. These two colors were made for each other, and the reason goes back to color theory. Green and terracotta sit opposite each other on the color wheel, which means they naturally create contrast and visual interest without clashing. A sage green room with terracotta pots, cushions, or even a terracotta accent wall creates a warm, earthy palette that feels both modern and timeless. This combination works especially well in rooms with natural light because the warmth of the terracotta balances the coolness of the sage perfectly. Start small with a few terracotta ceramic pots or a terracotta-colored throw. You'll immediately see the transformation without spending more than £20. Tip 4. Sage green with brass and gold hardware. Swapping out silver or chrome fixtures for brushed brass is one of the most underrated budget upgrades you can make in any room. Brass has warm yellow undertones that complement sage green's earthy base beautifully, creating a combination that feels curated and intentional rather than accidental. Think brass light fittings, curtain rods, cabinet handles, and picture frames. These are all small individual purchases that together completely change the feel of a room. You can find brushed brass hardware on Amazon, IKEA, and Dunelm for very reasonable prices. Change the door handles on your living room cabinet first, and you will immediately see what a difference this one swap makes. Tip 5. Sage green linen curtains. Floor to ceiling, sage green linen curtains make any living room feel taller, softer, and more luxurious almost instantly. The key is to hang the curtain rod as close to the ceiling as possible rather than just above the window frame. This one trick makes a standard 8-foot ceiling look like it belongs in a Georgian townhouse. Linen specifically diffuses light in a way that no other fabric does, creating a soft, warm glow throughout the room, even on gray days. Look for curtains in natural linen or linen look fabric from IKEA's Dytog range or similar affordable options. You don't need to spend hundreds of pounds to get this effect. Tip 6. Sage green and cream layering. This is the safest and most foolproof sage green combination, and the one I always recommend to anyone who is nervous about committing to a bold color. Cream walls, sage green sofa, cream cushions, sage green throws. The layering creates depth and warmth without overwhelming the eye and works beautifully in any size room, from a tiny flat to a large family home. The trick is to keep the ratio roughly 70% cream to 30% sage green, so the sage reads as an accent rather than taking over. This combination also photographs incredibly well, which matters if you ever plan to list your home or share your space on social media. Tip 7. Sage green with natural rattan and wicker. Rattan furniture and wicker baskets paired with sage green create a relaxed, organic feel that is one of the most popular interior trends right now, and for good reason. It feels effortlessly styled without looking like you tried too hard. Rattan is also one of the most affordable furniture materials available, with rattan chairs, side tables, and storage baskets available at very accessible price points from places like H&M Home and local charity shops. The texture of rattan against the flat mat of a sage green wall creates visual interest that makes a room feel layered and considered. Even one rattan pendant light above a coffee table can transform the entire energy of a sage green room. Tip 8. Sage green as an accent wall. If you are not ready to commit to a full sage green room, one painted accent wall is the perfect starting point, and honestly, one of the most impactful things you can do for under £30. The wall behind your sofa or fireplace is the natural choice because it immediately frames the main seating area and draws the eye to the heart of the room. The beauty of an accent wall is that it is completely reversible. If you change your mind in a year, you just repaint it. Use a tester pot first to see how the color looks in your specific light conditions, because sage green can read very differently in north-facing rooms compared to south-facing ones. One coat of a good quality paint is usually enough for an accent wall to make a serious statement. Tip 9. Sage green with dark wood and Moody lighting. For a more dramatic and sophisticated take on sage green, pairing it with dark walnut furniture and warm Edison bulb lighting creates an atmosphere that feels like a boutique hotel without the boutique hotel price tag. The deep tones of dark wood ground the softness of sage green and stop it from feeling too delicate or feminine, creating a space that feels rich and intentional. Edison bulbs specifically emit a warm amber light that makes sage green walls glow in the most beautiful way in the evenings. This look works particularly well in rooms that don't get a lot of natural light. The Moody lighting becomes a feature rather than a limitation. Tip 10. Sage green with white and botanicals. The simplest and most accessible sage green combination of all. Sage green walls or furniture, white accents, and an abundance of real or high-quality faux plants. This look works because the white keeps the space feeling fresh and airy, while the plants echo the natural, earthy quality of the sage green, creating a room that feels like a breath of fresh air. For plants, you don't need rare or expensive species. Trailing pothos, fiddle leaf figs, and simple eucalyptus stems in a white ceramic vase are all widely available and incredibly effective. This combination also photographs beautifully, which makes it perfect for anyone building a design portfolio or wanting to share their home on social media. And that's our 10 stunning sage green living room ideas. From velvet sofas and terracotta combinations to brass hardware and botanical displays, these looks prove that creating a calm, elegant, and beautiful home does not have to cost a fortune. If any of these ideas inspired you, I'd love to know which one is your favorite in the comments below. Don't forget to download our free Sage Green Room checklist in the link in the description. It has everything you need to start transforming your space today. Like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Happy decorating!